Well, hello, my beautiful souls. How are my lovely Aquariuses today? I hope you are feeling divine. All right, we're going to jump into this reading just so that you all know I am an intuitive reader. I do collective readings for Aquarius and for anyone who needs an uplifting message, okay? I receive messages through signs and synchronicity and all things nature, all right? But there's something stirring right now. I wanted to kind of address really quick. Um, we've got Saturn in retrograde in Aries. Okay. With the numerical numbers of number 3 and 5. Boy, Aquarius. With this going on, this is asking you to ask yourself about your personal mission or your identity, okay? You may be revisiting how you initiate things, looking at patterns, you know, and healing those patterns that are out of your control. Um, Perhaps even, addressing things that you might be holding on to, okay? um, But this portal energy of 5-5 is change and transformation. Uh, with a third day expression meets Aries warrior spirit. So we don't want to mess around with that, okay? So, whenever we get that fiery energy, I always feel spirit say, watch it now, okay? Don't let people pull you into situations, all right, and bring you out of your character, okay? Um, but in all, fairness, this energy is asking you to slow down, okay, and align with your actions with integrity. So don't let people pull you out of your, out of your, out of your character. Um, so what this really kind of means for us, though, as a collective, is that we're all maybe experiencing new creative missions. We're rebuilding, right? And rebuilding new ventures, and old systems are collapsing. It's also you may be being called to lead, okay, but in a more soulful, aligned way. All right. Um, Downloads also, visions are being asked to share them. So ideas, right? I know for myself, um, I have started a podcast for women who would like to share their healing voice. So please tap in and let me know if you are interested in doing that. Because when we heal and share our stories, we also heal ourselves and heal others. Okay. Um, and so, with that said, I invite you all to share your experiences. How is this energy treating you? How is these moons treating you? I know sleep patterns are off. I know that vivid dreams, I know that, you may be having epiphanies. Some of these ascension symptoms are getting pretty intense, okay? So feel free to share that. And we're going to get started, but before we do, I invite you all to take 3 deep breaths with me, okay? Here we go. All right, my loves. And yes, it is loud. If this is not your thing, feel free to fast forward, okay? But I'm a firm believer in those three deep breaths, okay? It helps bring you back to center. All right, let's jump into it. Let's see what beautiful angel number spirit has for us today. 2121, okay? Energy level. All right. 2121, energy level. That's also 3-3. Okay. So with that three energy, okay? That's three energy. Creativity, communication. Okay. So speaking your truth, sharing your stories, right? Sharing your healing stories. All right, Spirit. So as far as angel numbers go, you may be seeing 1111. All right. 444, 333, 111. Okay. Starting over, my loves. Okay. Starting over. Look at that. And there's that. Look at it. And there it is. All right. 3. All right. When we have zero in front of a number, it actually zero in within that number. It amplifies the number. So again, we're like I was saying, threes. Okay, lucky shirt. Starting over, Aquarius. Luck is on your side. Okay, luck is on your side. So with 30330, love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others, process, and creativity. Spirit is asking you to pursue your goals and get what you want, Aquarius. It will be it will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. All right? Communicate is improving. Communicating is improving at this time as well, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad perspective of individuals. Communication, right? Speak your truth. You may be called to be a leader, teacher, instructor, you know, um, to lead in some way where it asks for you to speak and use your voice. Okay? And then we have 101, starting over, Aquarius. Happiness is linked to self expression. All right. The more that you do, the more things that you do that you enjoy doing will bring you the peace, okay, that you want to cultivate, all right, and bring into your life. Do the things you enjoy, all right? No time to be miserable. No time to be miserable. And it may require you to leave, all right? Leave the place or situation that is causing you to be miserable. All right, Spirit. What do we need today? From the messages from the universe. I know that you have been questioning yourself lately. All right, Spirit says they're in tune. All right, So if you're going, if you're good enough or strong enough, so spirit does not um, want you to be in that mindset. Now is not the time, okay, for you to have um, second thoughts about your abilities, or what you're being called to do. This message is here to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take the leap of faith. This is starting over. You're more than capable. As I, listen to people who have started over, those are some brave souls. And tell yourself, if they can do it, you can do it too. you know, if you can relocate and move to another city and start over, you can do it too. They can do it, you can do it too. I hear spirit saying to detach, that we are a part of this, but we're not a part of it at all. To be attached to things. Mm. Thank you, spirit. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. If you are feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it is in a job or a relationship or situation, ask yourself, what's stopping you from leaving? What's stopping you from leaving? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, ask yourself. That's the message. Ask, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I subjecting myself to whatever it is that I feel that I am, you know, accepting? You're accepting less than what you're worth. Sometimes it has nothing to do with monetary money. At the end of the day, people will walk away. When it's uh, it's taking away that peace. Yeah. Spirit says yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. Be brave. We are right. Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you, Spirit. Mm-hmm. All right, where's that tape? Okay. So if you find yourself having to leave a situation or person, a job, share that story, you know, so that you can inspire others. There are people who have, I can recall when I was young, when my mother had to leave the situation, you know, sometimes that's what you have to do. And you may just have to leave with a shirt on your back. You might have to just leave with a shirt on your back. Anything in this spirit for Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. You are protected. You are walking unscathed. 1144. You are walking unscathed like Daniel and his companions in the lion's den. All right? You were fortunate. A trap was laid, but it kept you from falling in it. Spirit, thank you so much. You are protected. Find solace in the safety of knowing you are sheltered and guided through life, tented toe and tranquil shore. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, you are protected. Let's see on this other side. Thank you, Spirit. You are walking through that fire, but you will not get burned. You are rising from the ashes. Smoke. Smoke. It's behind you. Okay? You have the lucky shirt, Aquarius. You're okay? Luck is on your side. You ain't got nothing to worry about. It always works out for you. Everything always works out for you. Okay? It just does. Some people trying to figure it out, but it just does. All right, one last shuffle, Spirit. It just does. Thank you, Spirit. I'll take that one right there. And it's divine timing. Be patient. For some things take time, my love, to manifest fully into your life. Spirit wants you to trust this process. Waiting and trusting the process of divine timing. I have become so accustomed to divine timing. You know, I realize that Spirit knows best. Okay, for real. Yes, we may want it now, but honey, a lot of times you're not even prepared to receive what you ask for. You know, you're not prepared for it. That's why Spirit holds off. Okay. You know, I shuffled this card and apparently I came back to it twice. So, this is the card of 5. Truth. This is the chakra. I didn't mention what I was pulling, but this is the chakra card. And this is what, all right, balance, truth. Speaking your truth. 5. Thank you, Spirit. So energy. You see that fire? You see that fire? You see that fire on that car? All right, and then we got water. Fire and water. All right, and 2 and 8, 3, 5. Let's take a look at that. Going to get chakra. It's there. So get yourself a blue chakra. Let's do it. Spirit would like us to do it. Yeah. Yeah, page 72, 9. Everything. Okay. All right, the throat chakra. Now let's talk about it. Let's talk, and then we're going to cleanse that chakra. And feel free to take a snapshot of this card, my love. All right. This chakra, which is located at the center of the throat, this chakra holds the key to speaking one's higher or divine truth, clarity with ease and grace. It reflects our need to communicate with others and be received and understood as we express ourselves in the world. The ability to express our creativity and to be seen by others as the true shining light we are. When the throat chakra is healthy and endowed, we are able to express our truth clearly, listen to others effectively, and maintain our own truth. It is through the throat chakra that we learn to express our soul's purpose and find our powerful voice. Now, this chakra is related to listening, communication, life purpose, truth, aligned to soul purpose, expression, creativity, finding our voice, self-expression, creativity. All right, my loves, we'll set this card here. Okay, it can be seen. We'll move that over. We have our angle, our throat chakra. Okay, so Spirit is asking you to sit or lie comfortably and place a blue lace agate crystal in your hand or on your throat. Ready? Let's begin the cleansing and balancing process of the throat chakra. Imagine a vibrant blue ray of light beaming into your throat chakra and cleansing and balancing in this area. Feel the energy touch you deeply as it shines light into this area and any blockages and transforms the old energy by opening the throat chakra and allowing you to express yourself clearly. Old fears about speaking the truth will dissolve, and you will feel your throat chakra open as you begin to express from the deepest place of truth and integrity. With this card, we will affirm, I communicate with ease and grace, and I am safe to express my truth. Again, I communicate with ease and grace, and I am safe to express my truth. One last time. I communicate with ease and grace, and I am safe to express my truth. All right, my love. Okay. The spirit is has a little message here. Um, it is now time to open up and be honest with yourself and this person, and find a way to share your truth in a calm and loving way. It is very important that you share from your heart and honor how you feel, so you are not swayed by how the other person receives your truth or how they react. Know that you are being supported at this time as you shine more truth into your life. And here's another affirmation. I live and listen to my truth in every moment. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So it is, so mote it be. All right, my loves. Let's pull another card from this deck here. The Angels of Wisdom. Okay. This is the Angels of Wisdom deck. Now that our throat chakra is cleansed, right? We're able to speak our truth. Not, we only need to use the fire, okay? So we'll have to use discernment when we need to spit the truth with fiery emotion. Ooh. Okay. All right. Because there will be times when we'll need to do that. All right. So have balance is what I'm hearing here. Have balance when you're speaking the truth. Might have to throw some water on that. Calm it down a little bit. Yeah. 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 So use discernment and how you speak the truth and how it comes across. Because, really, if you have something that you're very passionate about and that you want to speak about, it's going to require a little fire behind it. It just is. Okay? All right. Let's see what Angels of Wisdom have for us today. Loving the flow. I hope this message resonates with you. If it does, please hit that like button. Let me know. All right. Are you experiencing some communication? Where you need to express yourself a little bit more thoroughly or clearly, or with more compassion, or with a little bit more fire. Okay. Are you in a position where you're feeling like I need to get out of here. I need a change. I need a change. The spirit is saying, what's stopping you? Why are you here? If it's making you unhappy, change it. All right? Spirit wants you to stay in gratitude. All right? I am grateful for many things in my life that bring me joy and comfort. So if that job isn't bringing you joy and comfort, it's time to go. If that relationship isn't bringing you joy and comfort, it's time to go. All right? So stay in gratitude, my love. The angels want you to remember, if you just pause and think for a moment, you might just recognize that you have so much to be thankful for, no matter how small these positive things may be. Okay? Even if for real, something about being here. Mm, sorry. Got to get welted up. Mm, excuse me. And seeing what I see always brings me back to God. Okay? Always brings me back. Be very simple things, y'all. Very simple. So be appreciative, okay? All right. Anything else in this deck, Spirit? Okay. Let's put in the deck. Leadership. Leadership. You're here to lead, Aquarius. All right, you're here to speak your truth. All right? My positive attitude influences others. All right? You have so much to offer. All right? The angels remind you that you have the ability to accomplish anything and everything that you set your mind to in this life. It's critical for you to be able to discover this special gift and use it to help others in need. I remember so very clearly my first reader, who I still watch to this day. I remember very clearly. That was her message to me. You know, that was my message to me. And I was already in a leading position. I was already, at that particular time, I was already in my life purpose. I think we'll probably still, I still enjoy that particular, involvement. So it very well may be something that I incorporate in my next journey in some way or fashion. However, Aquarius, you're being called to use your voice, speak up, come out of the closet, some way, somehow find a way to be able to use your voice. Find a way. Let's see. This is the name of this one. This is the Oracle deck, Animal deck. Let's see what messages are in here for us. We're gonna be wrapping this up here. We're gonna get an Archangel card. Yeah, we'll be wrapping this up. All right, now let's do this. Let's do that for us. Ooh, quickly discover your hidden talent. That's fox. Foxes have a significant meaning. Cleverness, deduction, and persistence. Okay, have persistence. Quickly discover your hidden talents, Aquarius. All right, Spirit is asking you, step out and share them with the world. My Archangel policy with Archangels with us today. Yes, indeed. What is he to be putting that deck? Oh, center and ground. Yeah, center and ground. Our angel Sanflon is here. All right. This is a number. It's 10, 11. All right. Center and ground, my love. Get out in nature. You know what we need to do. You already know what we need to do. Okay? You already know what we need to do. Face your fears. Get out and face your fears. Face fear and rise. Our angel Castiel. Face your fears. There's nothing to be afraid of. All right? You have luck on your side. You have luck on your side. Let's take a deep dive into these here really quick. Just keep diving. 10, ground and center 59. So Spirit is asking you to bring yourself back to center by asserting yourself in the here and now. Let go of any need to keep up. Yeah. Let go of any need to keep up. Our angel Sandalphon, whose name reflects prayer in action. All right. Serves on the rainbow ray of music, manifestation, and integration. All right. This, okay, right here. With his counterpart, Archaeopation. All right. He is one of the tallest angels. His eyes are closed as he is completely in the moment, rooted in pure love. Sandalfon nudges you to unplug from everyday busyness to regroup your energy. So, whether or not you go in nature and you just sit for 10 minutes, and just listen to the birds, listen to the water, all right? Allow the sound move around you, the air, through the trees, right? Let it soothe you. Turn down the clangor of modern day life by resting in the beauty and simplicity of the moment. Then breathe and find your center. All right, this is a help bringing in heaven on earth and development of the earth star chakra. So if you're feeling any tension right now, okay, with what is all going on right now, okay, unplug from it, disassociate from it, okay. Um, he'll help you transform all these energies into something renewing, so that you can manifest more effectively. I think that people take. I know I used to. I know I used to. Matter of fact, uh, how are your naps going? I've never been a napper, um, but I found myself with it's probably been now a couple years. I found myself meeting at 2 o'clock. It doesn't matter what time I get up or whatever, for whatever reason. It's just like this sleepy slumber comes over me. And so again, I think that we take for granted that this is an opportune time, um, for one, we're getting upgrades, okay? Um, and two, when we're rested, we can manifest better. When we're rested, we're not subject to attack, spiritual attack, okay? This is one of the main reasons why you can't allow um, people to um, feed off of your energy. Because if it drains you, then it's taking away your life force. All right. So let's kind of invoke this, okay? Let's call it in. Right. Uh, let's call it in. We're working with this angel here. So with your hands on your heart, we're gonna say it out loud 3 times with conviction. I awaken, activate, and align to the vibration of whatever it is. If it's wealth, health, you know, vitality within me and in my life. Okay? So you're going to say that 3 times, fill in the blank. I awaken, activate, and align to the vibration of house, abundance within me and in my life. All right? I'll say it once more. I awaken and activate and align to the vibration of vitality within me and in my life. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Promote it be. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And then our next angel card was Archangel Cassiel. 32, that was that 5 card. So we've got synchronicities of 5 across. So we've got 3 and 2 is 5. 3 and 2 is 5 from different decks. We have today's date as 5. Okay. So let's go to 32. No, I gotta go this way. I gotta go this way. 125. 125. There it is again. 125. Alrighty now. So a lot of changes are happening, right? We're going with the flow, learning how to navigate these changes. Excuse me, learning to let go, okay? So that we're not attached to um, things of this world. We are in it, but we're not a part of it. That's, we adapting that mindset. When we realize things can be so much easier. All right, our thing, she says, you are unstoppable, she says. Our angel Cassiel says, you are unstoppable. Transform any self-talk into otherwise. Live and lead without fear. Lead and lead without fear. So this is about you following your divine purpose and speaking your truth. You're being called out. That's how I see it. All right. Archangel Cassiel, whose name reflects divine speed, quickly discovered your hidden talent. Archangel Cassiel serves on the blue ray, on the black ray, okay? Has his counterpart, Archea Serenity, being the angel of solitude, observes Earth without interfering as he honors the contrast of life for the growth it brings. In his way, Cassio reflects more uncomfortable truth. He steps forward to help you love and bring into wholeness. So the parts of you, yeah, the parts of you that make you feel dense, negative, and dark. While duality can help you master the physical life experiences, you decide what experiences you want to learn from. So Castiel asks, life is your teacher. We are just your guide. So you can invite Archie Castiel for bringing shadow aspects into wholeness. Connect to the ocean, dolphin, dragon realm, protection at sea, tapping into your inner warrior and transforming your ego. All right, this card is also about facing your fear, heart on, okay? Vent, scream, feel, move through fear to reclaim your power. All right, when a bone breaks, it grows back stronger. So can you. So can you. Say out loud with conviction 3 times. I have nothing to fear. For me and creation. Creation and me are one. I have nothing to fear. For me and creation. Creation and me are one. Once more, I have nothing to fear. For me and creation and me are one. Rise like the warrior you are. Light the candle from the fire to symbolize your purity and rebirth. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. All right, we'll pull a card of abundance and we're going to close it up. All right, Aquarius, you ready? You ready to do this? Are you ready? Are you ready to do this? Okay. Since Spirit has equipped you with everything you need. Spirit has equipped you with everything you need. Yeah. Visualize abundance in all forms of prayer. God gave you such great spiritual power. That's everything you visualize or say eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which, hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, helpful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will be. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Mm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ay, ay, ay. What a beautiful message, my love. What a beautiful message. I truly hope this message resonated with you today. It was very inspiring and uplifting, and lots of encouragement. Okay, direction as well, right? So, if you're in a position to where you're just not happy, Spirit says, ask yourself, why are you here? Why am I staying here? Okay, and be true to yourself. You don't want, if you're making excuses to stay, mm, ask yourself, okay, are you making, these um, decisions based out of fear or faith? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Ask yourself that. Why are you staying in situations that are not beneficial or helpful for you? You know, it doesn't matter where, what it is, doesn't matter. Does not matter. If it's a place where you live, you don't like the community. If it's a place where you work, you don't like, where you work. If it's a partner, you don't like the relationship, it's unhealthy. Whatever it might be, if it's not bringing you peace and joy, then, time to go. Okay. Um, yeah, time to go. About action. Action on this card, on this table. It's about change. Okay, Aquarius, you are the revolutionary. Okay, uh, you're about change. So we're just saying, step up, wake up, step up. All right, my love. Again, I hope this message resonated with you. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe. If not, just leave me. All right. This is a collective reading, so but I'm sure there's something in here for someone that goes, hey, you know what? Yeah, sure. All right, my love. Sending you all limitless love and light. Mwah. TTL. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. It's Monday.